Good evening, YouTube. It's Tutress coming from the sewing room with another crafting idea. Today, I know the country is under a chill, so what we're going to do today, we're going to make chill stoppers to put at your door. It's a stuffed item that will be the length of your door, or the width of your door or your window, where you want to stop the cold air from coming in. So let's go ahead and get started. For this project, you're going to need scissors, you're going to need some fabric, you're going to need a tape measure, and you're also going to need something to push the fiber, and you're also going to need your fiber. I did that in reverse, but we get the fiber, and then we'll need something to push the fiber with. Okay, so first thing you want to do is go ahead and measure the width of the door or the window that you want to stop the chill from coming in. Okay, whatever that width is, you need to write that down and add 1 inch to it. That'll be for your seam allowance. And then the width of that, you will cut 6 inches across this way. So when you're done, you have one long strip, and this is folded in half, but you'll have one long strip. Mine is 35 inches by 6 inches. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is open out your strip with the right side or the pretty side up. You want to go ahead and fold that in half, the length of the fabric, and then you just want to go ahead and pin this all the way down like this. Put these over here, and you'll pin this all the way down the length of your fabric, and this will we're going to be sewing along this edge. You'll have a 1/2 inch seam here. I hope you picked a nice fabric that complements your decor or your color scheme in whatever room you're using it for. And anyway, you go all the way down, matching your edges, and just pin all the way down. And just before you get to the end, what we want to do is take this straight edge and run a basting stitch across here, and this is going to be the edge that we're going to leave open. Okay, so I'll just go right here to the machine, and I'll go ahead and do that real quick. We're going to use the basting stitch about a 1/2 inch from the edge. Okay, great. We don't need to backstitch because we're going to be using that basting stitch later on closer to the end of the project. Now continue pinning this all the way to the end, and then we're going to go to our sewing machine. And you're going to, from the opposite end now, you're going to sew along the short edge, pivot with your needle down, stop with your needle down, turn, and sew the length of the fabric. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. And we'll be done in 2 twos. Okay, we have a little mishap with our thread here, but that's no problem. Things happen. We'll just thread it back up. And it's convenient to have a needle threader in cases like this, and we'll talk about using your needle threader for quick threading of your needles so that you don't get behind in your projects. Okay, and we're ready to start again. So we're going to go ahead and make that seam. Make sure you back stitch at the end. Stop with your needle down. And then you're going to raise the foot, pivot, and foot back down. And we're going to continue sewing. This is going to be lovely when we get through. Our edges are even. Okay, almost there. Almost there. Okay, and once again, we're coming to the end. Stretch out those basting stitches because we're going to be using those later on. And then do a quick back stitch, and we're done. Okay. All right. So now you have it. One end is open. Okay, and the other end is stitched closed. What we're going to do is we're going to take our shears and we're just going to clip a little bit of the excess off of there. Go on a little angle, not too close to the edge, but right there. Okay. Get rid of some extra thread here. And then you're going to turn this over with your actually the pusher that you got to put your filler in. You can just take that, start it, and then just bring it right on down and turn it over. You'll be so happy you finish this. Maybe you'll finish 2 or 3 tonight, depending on how much draft you may have, or draft you didn't know you had in places you didn't know until it got this cold, especially here in South Florida, where we usually do the sunshine and the beach. Okay, so you're all turned over now, and now it's time to start stuffing. Okay. Sewing machine aside. You won't need that for now. Okay, you'll want to take about a handful of the filler, and what I like to do is just roll back the top and start putting the filler in. That goes in pretty easy. And I have about a 20-ounce bag. And I think we'll probably use about 10 ounces if my calculations are correct. We should use about a third of that bag to fill this. And again, you can get your filler at any of the craft stores or at Walmart, any place you like to shop for your sewing notions and supplies. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, that's just how we get it started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and speed this up for you and go to the end with another one that I already started, and it's almost finished, and I'll be right back to show you the finishing touches that you'll need to put to finish your chill stopper. I'll be right back.